Today I'm going to talk about the 3 degrees of violation of narcissism and even psychopathy. And anybody who's dealing with challenges, who wants to see a better you, a better America, understanding the spiritual virus, understanding narcissism is a key step to really being alive and focused in this day and age. So let's look on the other side, please. Hi, I'm John Myers, the world's best mediator, and I want to talk about 3 degrees of violation from those with personality disorders, extreme narcissism, psychopathy, because it's my belief that ordinary, everyday people, premised on the basis that most of us are good, need to know the psychology of our times. And a lot of people are getting fooled and caught in this meanness of today, and that we have to understand the effect that a relatively small number of people in extreme narcissistic sense, psychopathy can have on the culture. Okay, so you have to understand this psychology. And the 3 degrees, because it's almost like getting stung by a giant hornet, and God forbid we're seeing those things arrive and all this kind of thing, but it's part of the psychology. And good people, good companies who are good families, good individuals have to understand this, okay, this psychology, because you're getting hit with things that you didn't understand. And if you're coming in on the base of reason or a rational mind, you don't understand how you can get hit in this way. So the first level of violation is to be attacked in some way. It can be an innocuous thing. It can be something that on an ordinary level you say, well, it's a small thing. And I use the analogy of somebody just walking by somebody and bumping into them, which it's generally beyond that. But let's just, taking that example, in an ordinary situation, a person bumping into somebody in a hallway or on a subway or something of the like would say, oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to bump into you. Okay, so that would be what we'd want to see, a basically good action. The narcissist, though, when they attack, rather than pull back after that first level of violation, they'll proceed to the second with some kind of accusation. Okay, so the person who is being attacked, is also, or being infringed upon, is also being now accused of having done something wrong when they didn't. Somebody with a personality disorder will say, oh, you're the one who moved out in front of me. And maybe you didn't, or maybe you're a little absent-minded, potentially a human mistake. But the intensity now of the assault, expands. So there's kind of a violation of you, and then there's a false accusation as if you're the one who caused that. Okay, and finally, when the facts, when this thing starts, going on much longer and much longer than you would have anticipated, there's denial, there's obfuscation, or if the facts emerge, the other person takes no responsibility and there's no apology. So it's that's the dynamic I want to get to people. There's an infringement on you in the first place. It expands by the person then accusing you as an innocent person of being the one who began that. And really kind of sticking with that in a very, the analogy of a wasp, or a hornet is not bad, because it's really in this stinging sense, some violation into your heart and soul. And finally, is the intensity and duration of it. Not only denial and kind of, but always looking to, often looking to set up false circumstances. And it's the duration itself that can go on so long. Duration and then denial. So I want to talk about, when I talk about a spiritual vaccine, because I consider that personality disorder our spiritual virus, when I talk about a spiritual vaccine, clearly I'm talking about working with us and finding your purpose. It's why, purpose, when I talk about purpose, it's kind of like what you need in this day and age is this armor, okay? It's like a battle armor. So when these pricks and arrows and whatever they, figurative arrows come at you, you kind of have the wherewithal to get through it and go on to another level. And that's what I'm saying, because these things come in all different kinds of ways in this day and age. And they are a function of a society that yet has not grappled with the, recognition of extreme narcissism, of psychopathy, and its effects. So a lot of people, one point I made, one of my first videos that Scott did, I made this analogy between emotional abuse and oxygen. Can you imagine the first person who started talking about oxygen and saying, people just would have mocked them, we're breathing this invisible thing. But like oxygen, emotional abuse is invisible, and a lot of people are fooled and don't understand it, right? So this is where, those who've gone through it, spend a lot of time saying this is narcissism and telling other people what it is, which I understand. And at the same time, you've got to, I consider it a blessing in a way, because I think there are deep souls who've been attacked by narcissists. And it's that, challenge, that opportunity to grow to a higher level and to bring forth a stronger purpose into society. So people who, experience this extreme narcissism, it's a challenge to you to grow exponentially, to a higher level in your life. And that's where our training, coaching, and mediation helps. And that's where, developing purpose, you come out of, because a lot of people in this day and age, and I was this way years ago, it's like, you have 1,000 ideas. You want to do this, that. But when you're assaulted at some profound level, you have to develop a purpose, and you've got to focus on 1, 2, or 3 things, right? Not many thousands. Okay, we've got to become who we are, who we're meant to be. So this, I like the analogy of caterpillar to butterfly. So the assault by a narcissist, as painful it is, can be an opportunity to become the person you're meant to be, the societal champions, those people, the companies, families, and individuals I work to train, okay, and who kind of can move to a higher level and help society. So not only, do I want people to be aware of the affliction, I want people to, I'm urging people to develop the remedies, the spiritual vaccine we offer in the training, coaching, and mediation. It's I have, I don't know everything, but I know I have the top level understanding of defeating emotional abuse and narcissism. And that, even for those who just want to raise their game to a higher level, you can work with us. But, especially some of these emotionally abusive things. And if you feel in a situation which doesn't feel right, get in touch with us, go to the website, all that kind of thing, because, if you don't understand the psychology of the time, you can get in emotional quicksand. You can get stuck like in a bear trap of situations. And this is, if you don't, because it's so confusing, those 3 levels of violation. The assault, the initial infringement, violation of your rights, the accusation falsely that you did it, and then the duration of it along with denials, and if the facts become, clear, no apology, no ownership. Thank you.